banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And a stirring rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner by the terrific Linda Lynn, getting us ready for NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Cavaliers in an interconference battle here at the Quicken Loans Arena. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, LeBron James gives Coach Tyronn Lue credit for his even keel. James says that Lue is the same way no matter the point in the game. He's always saying, okay, let's move on to the next possession. Now, Lue says, I think it's just being poised and being positive. That's the best approach. It carries over to your team, and it gives them confidence. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That philosophy is what helped win Cleveland a title back in 2016. Always positive, always thinking ahead. And tonight, Steve, a marquee matchup. This is one of those games that definitely draws some attention to it.
Yeah, these are the games where fans, people watching, they are in their seats with their popcorns. They're ready to go. These are the best of the best, and people want to see this. I'm looking forward to this one, Kevin.
Why not? You got a new tie. You've got a new suit. I mean, you're ready to go. You know people are going to be watching you and listening to your words.
That's why my makeup is perfect.
It is. It's so you did a good job tonight on that. Now Golden State's starting five. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. And it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They get it again. Thompson misses the layup.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
And Durant gets double teamed. And stolen by LeBron. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
The vision of LeBron, always finding open teammates.
Thomas against Curry. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Steve, with the way Curry has transformed this Warrior team into perennial title contenders, the MVP awards and all the hardware, how soon is it before you start the conversation of where Steph Curry falls among the all-time greats?
Well, Kevin, I would love to start that conversation with most players when their career is over or close to being over. Curry has an unbelievable resume, but I will say, as of right now, I can say he's the best shooter of all time. NBA champion, multiple award-winning MVP. Now it's just about longevity for him.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the dunk by James.
Not much anyone can do to stop that. LeBron flexing at the rack.
Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Right side Durant. And again, it's the Warriors missing. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. For the Cavaliers, Crowder, he's checked in for Thompson. Korver comes in for J.R. Smith. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Thomas. Then for the Warriors, David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. Now, here's Livingston. Picked by West. Poked loose. It's stolen by Korver. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. The Warriors making a switch here. McCaw's checked in. Here's McCaw. Ball's knocked loose. The pass to Green. Here's McCall, defended by Crowder. Here's West. And no good, trying to use the glass. And here's Cleveland. They're on an 11-2 run. Here's Rose. That falls. Great assist by Love. Rose has got his first 2 points of the night.
The vision of Love, the willingness to make the extra pass, just more reasons why he's so dangerous in this offense.
Over in the corner, Livingston. LeBron passes to Crowder. Rose goes in. 4 seconds left. No good at the rim.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back right after this. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, and I think coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
No, right off the tip, it was an ambush, pushing the pace every chance they got.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Iguodala is at the 3 with Green playing the 4. Livingston is out there with McCall. And it's West in at the 5, roaming the paint. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. And Thomas subbed in for Rose. Every NBA player, Steve, believes in themselves, but some take it to the extreme. When they're on, they're on. And when they're off and cold, they just kind of lose interest, it seems. Which players do you think have this irrational confidence, if you want to call it that?
I think J.R. Smith, every shot, any shot, anywhere he feels is going in, and he will still take shots. He has amnesia. He could be over 10 and keep shooting the basketball. Jamal Crawford is another guy. Those guys, they keep firing. Damian Lillard, they will keep shooting because they feel the next shot is going in.
And Cleveland making a change here. Smith has checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Pachulia, he's checked in for David West. Iguodala kicks to Curry. The screen from Thompson. Fires from deep. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
.141 left here in the second.
And Jay Crowder, one of the bigger pieces in the trade that brought him to Cleveland, always seemed to be the odd man out with the revamped roster in Boston, but he's got some strength and length on that wing, also some toughness and depth.
Two minutes now played in the second quarter.
And for the Cavs, getting Crowder in the deal was a big part of why they went with it. He's helped fill a couple of holes Cleveland had, and he's also on a friendly contract, so he'll be a part of this team down the road.
Shooting two, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Thompson. Now you just watch the way that Klay Thompson shoots, and you're surprised when the ball doesn't go in.
I mean, one thing with Klay, too, in his shot, he believes it's always going to go in. More importantly, so does his teammates. And he's got that shooter's mentality where he just will continue to trust in his mechanics. And I don't think he gets enough credit for just how hard he works to maintain that shot. Well, last season, LeBron very outspoken, saying the Cavs were too top-heavy. The Irving trade has brought them some much-needed depth.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
And you talk about the depth for the Cavs. Crucial when facing a team like the Golden State Warriors. If everything comes together, I think there's a chance their trade with Boston might give them a better shot at winning it all.
And here is Curry after Isaiah Thomas made that last three-pointer. Thompson outside from the arc. It's good from long range. Thompson's got 5 now.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Outside Crowder, three-pointer. Smith dishes to Thompson. Over Pachulia. Thompson misses.
And that's a surprise. He's usually deadly from mid-range.
Now here's Thompson. 5 points in the game. Lets it go from deep. Another three for Golden State.
That shot was from distance. The stroke from Thompson so pure.
Got the shot! He
Just
caught it!
no better feeling to be able to deliver in a moment like that.
And you see his teammates love it. They love it.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
You know, this is the discipline you need to play with. At this level, number of possessions matters.
And so it's Cleveland, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Hey, Draymond, at times in that first half, they got it going in transition. Why were they able to beat you defensively?
I don't think it was so much defensively, it was offensively. You know, we turned the ball over, and you can't defend that. You know, when they get out running, their guards are going to get loose. So we just got to stop turning the ball over offensively, and that'll help our defense a ton.
Yeah, your coach calls them plays of insanity, Draymond, so we'll see if you can adjust that in the second half. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome
Show.
back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They have a 13-point lead. Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. You got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
And over to Kenny now. How'd you think the Warriors were playing?
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Steve, as a player, do analytics give you a path to say, you know, I should change and lean more toward this, or I should stop doing that because I'm better at this? Does that ever enter a player's mind, you think?
Hey, Kevin, I think guys should look at these numbers. When you're saying from this spot you're shooting 20%, stop shooting from that spot. If from this shot you're shooting 80%, you might want to get to that spot. So, and I think that in those cases, yes, analytics work. And when you're shooting a three, when you're shooting about 30%, you need to step in.
Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3. And it's Thomas in at the point guard. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And here is Durant after LeBron James hitting the 3. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That is his first foul of the game. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. David West. The screen from Thompson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. For the Cavaliers, Kyle Korver. He's checked in for Smith. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Thomas. The Warriors also with a sub. Iguodala's checked in. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Left side, Love. A three-pointer off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
But when I look back at the career of Klay Thompson, you can't help but notice how much he's improved. Every season, Steve, he comes back with a new tool to score on offense and always has been strong, but even getting better on defense.
You know, you love the greats. They can score at all three levels. He had the mid-range and obviously the three ball, but he is scoring now in the paint off the drive because of his improved ball handling, and he posts up extremely well for a guard. I love what he's brought to his game offensively.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
He's checked in for the Warriors. .133 left in the third quarter. There's the screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't. What stands out to me about this Warriors team is just how unselfish they are as a group. They really don't care who gets the score or the credit. Cheer each other from the bench, and they do it all game. Oh, you can tell he's frustrated to get that good of a look from three, and he didn't make it.
James has a two-pointer. Cleveland gets it back. Love with the bucket. Love's got 9.
Anticipation and tenacity, two things that makes Kevin Love a terror on the offensive glass.
And with the Warriors and their unselfish play, Steve, their absurd assist numbers from last season put a number to that, but it really goes beyond stats, doesn't it?
It does. After they eliminated the Spurs last season, Coach Popovich had praise for their unselfishness. He said they have a multitude of players who are unselfish and play a beautiful game. It's not easy melding all these stars, but their unselfishness, it makes it work. And it's easy to see why LeBron James wanted Kevin Love in Cleveland. Both of them multi-skilled, multi-talented, and both have extremely high basketball IQs for the game.
Crowder, he's checked in for Thompson. And the Warriors also making a change. Young's checked in for West.
Shooting one.
And it seems like Kevin Love's game really fits alongside LeBron's.
It does. A great outlet passer, setting up LeBron on a lot of breakaways. And on the offensive end, he can space the floor and create second chance opportunities. Delivering these passes in tight quarters, that's tricky.
Rose kicks to Korver. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Korver's got his second bucket of the night.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Iguodala, no good. Cleveland's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Crowder, the Warriors pull it in.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
Back to Livingston. Thompson inside the line. Money from the wing. 10 points for him.
Sometimes before Thompson even catches the pass, he knows he's firing.
And so it's Cleveland, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy, drive and kick, let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense, play inside out when you can.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Young is out there with Caspi. Then there's Livingston. Then there's Pachulia. And it's McCaw in at the 2. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Well, the NBA can be a superstitious place at times, Steve, with all the quirks and characters in the league. And you played. What was the strangest game day ritual that you ever saw?
I think Harold Miner. He touched everything with his nose, his gym shoes, his wristbands, the basketballs at the free throw line, and everybody did. And I think for me, as I got older, it wasn't strange. It was out of necessity. I had to get in some kind of steam room and have all those hot pads wrapped around me just to get loose to play.
I like that story. I don't like Baby Jordan's story, though. Harold Miner, that doesn't work for me. I don't understand that one.
And with the Warriors, their ability to score in bunches really is unmatched throughout the league. They'll be going along with the team, and then all of a sudden they have that 20-point lead in like 3 minutes. It can happen so fast that I think at times the other teams are shell-shocked.
The first one falls. And talking about the Warriors and their ability to build a lead very quickly, the shooting they have, Greg, is a very big part of how they can just bury a team.
It is. Their shooting, especially from deep, but also their defense. One kind of feeds the other in terms of how they can steamroll teams and create that momentum. And only the special teams can put a game away with a 5-minute run, but this is one that has consistently done it over the last 3 years.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. For the Cavaliers, Thompson comes in for Channing Frye. And Smith subbed in for Jefferson. Here's Livingston. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Screened by Young.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Golden State, Patrick McCaw. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw.
You know, the Cavs are able to stay big and still space the floor. When they put Kevin Love and Channing Frye together, it's a death lineup with their shooting.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Cleveland.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kevin Love.
What I like that he came ready to compete in this game, but he did it under control. Tremendous poise, never seemed to be in a hurry, just played the game the right way.
And with LeBron's ability to play the power forward, the Cavaliers can go small and slide Kevin Love, Steve, to the 5.
And very effective with their small lineups. The one thing they've lacked is great rim protection. They can rebound just fine, but shot blocking is something they've lacked.
J.R. Smith on the wing, defended by Young. A three-pointer, no good. Passes it to McCaw. West against Thompson. Shot from free throw range. Kept alive. Pachulia, no luck. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
You know, you feel on top of the world when it happens as a player, just the relationship you have with the fans.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, guys. Kevin, what was working so well for you tonight?
I think we had a concerted effort on both ends. I thought tonight on the defensive end we really did a good job of stepping up and taking away their very good options that they have there. So they're a really well-coached team, but we had a great game plan tonight going against them on our home floor.
You really did get it done, Kevin. Thank you for your time. Back to you guys.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.